for the opportunity.
Breaking into Hollywood at your age?
He's looking for mature men. See, look right here. Casting for a black leading man, 50 and older. Light skin, good hair, must look nice shirtless, and not allergic to baby oil. That's...
Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now let us begin. When this story broke, the first person I thought about was Aaron McGruder from the Boondocks. And as soon as I went to look at that episode, I saw that clip where the grandfather was talking about auditioning for a movie, which was a parody about Tyler Perry. And what did he mention? Baby oil. I always knew that Aaron McGruder was telling the truth, because when he did that episode on Tyler Perry, that was the last episode from Aaron McGruder's The Boondocks, because he was going in on Hollywood. And I guess College Kid was thinking the same way, because he put this picture up on Instagram. See, truth is stranger than fiction, guys. And now Tyler Perry is being sued for a whopping $250 million by an actor named Derek Dixon, who starred in his show. Let me read the article, because I ain't watched none of this show. I already knew what he was about. They can't fool me. And then when I start talking about these people get mad at me. They want to call me crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. Listen, I don't speak on nothing, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay? If I speak on it, I know what I'm talking about. Now let's look at this article. The paperwork is disgusting. I was just listening to someone read the paperwork. It's disgusting. But we're just going to touch on the article that's being written, and I'll give y'all a synopsis. He's being sued for $260 million from the Oval actor Derek Dixon. The lawsuit filed by the actor and screenwriter on Friday alleges the entertainment mogul promised career advancement for his sustained advances. Tyler Perry was hit this week with a $260 million sexual harassment and assault lawsuit from the Oval actor and screenwriter Derek Dixon. The lawsuit, filed on Friday in Los Angeles, alleges the entertainment mogul promised Dixon career advancement during the time of his sustained advances and used his position of power to retaliate when they weren't reciprocated. Mr. Perry took his success and power and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually, exploitative dynamic with Mr. Dixon, initially promising him career advancement and creative opportunities, such as producing his pilots and casting him in his show, only to subject him to escalated sexual harassment, assault and battery, and professional retaliation when Mr. Dixon did not reciprocate Mr. Perry's unwanted advances, the lawsuit reads. These events occurred while Mr. Dixon was employed as a series regular on the Tyler Perry show, The Oval, and while Mr. Perry held direct control over his employment, compensation, and creative opportunities. Now, they're using legal terms exactly like how the EEOC would use professional retaliation. That automatically is justified for compensation, okay? Matthew Boyd, attorney for Perry and his TPS Production Services, said in a statement to the Wrap that Perry will not be shaken down over fabricated claims. Come on, shut up, Matthew Boyd, because we already know what's going on in Hollywood. Everybody's being accused of the same thing, and there's substantial evidence to verify these claims. This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. Matthew Boyd, attorney for Perry and his TPS Production Services, LLC, told the Wrap in a statement. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. Dixon claims he met Perry at the opening night party for the Atlanta-based Tyler Perry Studios in September of 2019 and remained in contact with the creator in the following months as Perry sent suggestive texts and assured him work was on the way. He soon cast the actor as a minor role in Ruthless. Dixon claims he was first assaulted several months later in January 2020 while visiting Perry in his home and after a night of drinking. He was then cast as a series regular, a character named Dale, in The Oval on BET. The actor claims that Perry often threatened to KILL his character off from the series if he ignored Perry or failed to engage with the SEXUAL innuendos. The suit includes screenshots of text conversations between Dixon and Perry that showed the producer allegedly pushing the merits of guiltless sex, expressing jealousy over one of the actor's male friends, and in an instance where Perry had apparently been drinking, expressing that of the 600 people in his phone book, he only wanted to talk to Dixon. Instances of groping and SEXUAL advances continued. Dixon claims as he and Perry continued working together on The Oval and began early discussions of producing his own series, Losing It. One such instance saw Dixon staying in Perry's guest house in June 2021. Upon going to bed, he says, Perry asked him for a hug, pulled down his underwear, and proceeded to vigorously grab, grope, and play with him while Dixon told him he didn't want this and didn't want to be naked. The actor claims that he suffered from severe depression, anxiety, stomach pains, and nausea, which led to the use of antidepressants and a diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder. He also claims that the following months after the guest house assault, saw Perry acknowledging that shouldn't have happened and blaming their drinking. He plowed this man down with drinks and then told him, oh, you don't have to go home. It's too dangerous to drive home. And when the man decided he would stay and was laying in the bed with his underwear, this man came and got in the bed with him. Okay? That's in the lawsuit paperwork. He later promised to produce Losing It and raised Dixon's pay for episodes of The Oval ahead of his return to production in November 2021. Dixon immediately knew why he was getting this raise and why the pilot was being produced, the lawsuit reads. He knew he could keep the money and the job or complain about the SEXUAL harassment, but not both. In what was an extremely difficult decision, Dixon bowed to the pressure and fear of losing his livelihood, and in hopes of advancing his career, Dixon decided to return to the set and have his pilot produced. That's how they always get them, with the promise of success and the promise of things. Okay, that's how they use their power. They don't use it to really help nobody. Upon selling the rights to the Losing It pilot to Perry's production company, however, he says the project was intentionally stalled and the producer had no intentions of making it or selling it for distribution. Their professional relationship fluctuated in the intervening years as Dixon continued working on The Oval and Perry continued stringing Dixon along on promises of Losing It. The lawsuit states Losing It was the show he was supposed to produce for him. The actor and screenwriter then moved to Los Angeles in January 2023, but says the quid pro quo harassment and attempts to cover up the SEXUAL assault by promising a show continued. In June 2024, Dixon reported Perry's alleged SEXUAL harassment to co-defendants TPS Production Services, which the lawsuit claims did not make any investigation into the complaint and did not take any steps to prevent further harassment from occurring. Dixon says he then planned to quit The Oval ahead of its season, but was persuaded by Perry to take a medical leave of absence He then says that his contract was terminated in retaliation. In all, the lawsuit includes claims of SEXUAL harassment, work environment harassment, SEXUAL battery, SEXUAL assault, negligent hiring, supervision or retention of an employee, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and retaliation. Dixon seeks a jury trial and a total amount of damage, including punitive damages, of $260 million. He is represented by attorney Jonathan J. Delshad. So all of these people are getting paid off of these lawsuits, these law firms. They are getting paid, okay? And it's a wrap for him if this goes through, because his credibility and his image will be destroyed forever. But there's been whispers for many, many years about Tyler Perry. And after Aaron Magruder did that episode that was based on him, after that, Aaron Magruder couldn't find a distribution broadcasting system. And when he did come back, the show was watered all the way down. So wherever you are, Aaron Magruder, thank you. Y'all go back and watch those old episodes of the Boondocks. And when he did give the guy, Derek Dixon, a role, he had him portray a gay old homeless man. Like, Tyler Perry, listen, I don't feel sorry for them. I'm sorry, y'all. Because they got all these riches and did all these negative things and didn't even try to give no money back to the hood. All they did was terrorize people and become masses. So, whatever. But don't get me wrong, he made some good movies in the beginning in his plays. I used to go see his plays, and I enjoyed some of his movies. But when he did For Colored Folk and that movie, but a couple of his movies that he did, where he portrayed black women so horribly, and black women was basically weak, and black men was basically horrible. So I stopped watching his movies because I just felt like he was pushing a sort of image of black women and men that I didn't appreciate. But like I keep telling y'all, every dog has its day. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace and love.
Tree time.